So typically what happens is the buyer, for one reason or another, gets some sort of report or gets cold feet, maybe generates an issue that it's not really an issue that rises to the level of trying to cancel the contract. And they send over a document that they sign called cancellation of contract. And the seller has an option. They can sign that piece of paper and the deal's dead, or they could say, no, we don't think you complied in good faith. And so now you have breached the agreement as the buyer. And if you breach the agreement as a buyer, we have remedy. The remedy is we keep your deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a fight in a couple of those right now where I represent the sellers in the transaction. They make an allegation that something wasn't disclosed. My interpretation of that was the seller disclosure, which is a piece of paper that a seller will sign, disclosing everything they know about the property that, quote unquote, materially affects the value.
Yep.
And so if you look at the pre-printed questionnaires, it's typically, did this happen to your house, yes or no, or I don't know, right? And so the way the question's asked about, this case has to be water intrusion, person said no. And the reason was, my definition of intrusion is the water from the outside come in.
Right.
Not if something inside the house broke and there's water inside the house, like
right.
a pipe or an air conditioner, with the pan that kind of
yep.
The air
that
conditioner
pan always overflows.
Yeah, it overflows. It's not that big of a deal. That's not, to me, that's not intrusion.
Right.
Okay, so they said, well, the pan overflowed one time and, there's a stain on the ceiling and that's what happened and you lied to us. Well, I don't think that's intrusion.
Right. That's not intrusion. The definition is you're coming through.
Right. It's an entry into.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't think that really is going to play out. So there's a fight over money. Now, the price of poker goes up.
Yep.
Because the winner of that argument is entitled to attorney's fees.
Right.
Okay. Most lawyers aren't inexpensive.
Yep.
All right. And so you can turn a $10,000, $20,000 problem into a $30,000, $40,000 problem.
Yep.
So litigation, when it comes to this part of it, unfortunately, people think that perhaps because of what the insurance company pumps out there, that, attorneys are all getting money off of a contingency fee. But when you pay by the hour, you're playing with real poker chips.
Yeah.
And so when you elect to go to court, you elect to litigate, you're doubling down on your position.
Right.
And you better hope you win.
Right.